I recently posted a story about the Plaza Mayor in Segovia, Spain, and I was just observing what a great public space it was and how it had all sorts of different functions throughout the day and different days of the week and whatnot. And I wondered how we might get more of these great public spaces to develop within an American context. I keep finding examples of them. Now, I think it's interesting that the places that are most interested in embracing public space and repurposing existing structures tend to be in fairly dense, fairly established neighborhoods to start with. This particular example is the Sunset Triangle Plaza in Los Angeles. It's in a pretty close-in neighborhood. You can see the skyscrapers of downtown down the road. It's not too far away. And it was in an area that, when I was a kid, in the 60s and 70s and 80s, it was pretty blighted, not really desirable. You can still see that it's a gentrifying neighborhood, but there's still plenty of pockets of stuff that don't look so great. This is now becoming one of the hot, trendy neighborhoods, and one of the things that both the city and the residents are doing to try to capitalize on the fact that it's newly fashionable is these pavement to plaza programs. I love this technique. It is fast, it is super cheap, it's very effective, and you don't really have to invest in concrete and bulldozers. This is a project that was done with paint and some plastic pots and plants and some programming. There's a farmer's market a couple times a week. It's basically just tents, and people roll in, they set up their wares, and then at the end of the day, it's all gone. It doesn't cost the city much of anything. This is a little chunk of road that the neighborhood doesn't miss. You can't drive down this little one-block stretch anymore, but you don't need to because there's roads all around it. And it was just the kind of place that cars used to whip through, and the shops didn't do well, and the residents didn't like the traffic and the high speed and the noise. And just taking this little piece of triangular side street and turning it into a plaza made a huge difference. Not just on the shops and the houses that are immediately up against it, but the immediate neighborhood, so you can go a couple blocks in any direction, and suddenly those single-family homes or their small apartment buildings, they become more desirable because it's within walking distance of a farmer's market. The boarded-up old shops covered in graffiti are gradually being repurposed into the kinds of shops and restaurants that people actually want to be close to. There's a garage that has already been turned into an informal bike repair shop and sales shop. Just because now there's a demand for it, and somebody figured, hey, why should I just park cars here when I could also fix people's bikes and make a little money out of the space I've already got. These pavement to plaza projects are also really good at incubating small businesses. There are a lot of people that would love to have their own small business, but they don't have a lot of capital, they don't have the money that it takes to open up a proper shop, to buy equipment, and a lot of people haven't fine-tuned their business model, so they don't even know if it's possible for them to make money doing whatever it is they dream of doing. So a flea market, a farmer's market, a plaza where you can rent a small amount of space on a limited basis, it provides people with the opportunity to test drive the idea of a business. And there are a lot of laws that are just coming in at the moment, things like the cottage food legalization movement, where you can actually bake bread or prepare things at home and sell them in the public realm. These things are actually facilitating a kind of legitimization of an underground economy, because for a lot of people the regular economy has failed them. There just aren't the jobs out there. They can't make money in the usual way, and this is a great way to incubate businesses that otherwise might never get off the ground in the first place.